Hey guys, welcome back, and as you can see I've been making use of the beacon block. Dug out this rather large room, and yep, it's 80 in this direction, 80 blocks, and not quite 80 in that direction. So our beacon block runs out as soon as we pass over into this block. Oh, maybe I'm a bit short. Yeah, not by much though. Okay, so I can mine out another layer on this side. It's quite a tedious job, so we're not going to be doing this on camera. Although it's kind of fun. This bit here where you're doing this, but then you hit gravel and it becomes tedious. Oh yes, yeah. How lazy of me. Well, we'll leave that corner over there so we're not mobbed by slimes while recording. Speaking of slimes, I need to get right along and get this thing dug down because, yeah, slime chunks over in that corner and also over here, and it's ruining the efficiency of the mob farm because, as I've proven in a previous video, these guys are never going to despawn until I move more than 125 blocks away from them. So, I mentioned it's not quite 80 blocks in this direction, and that's because it comes over the top of the cavern, so that gets a bit tricky, really. I kind of dug this room a bit too high. Should have dug it about, I don't know, 10 blocks lower. 10 blocks lower would have been better. But hey ho, we live and learn. Certainly over here we can't go any further because, as you can see, we hit the spider farm. So yes, let's go through there. Hello. Yeah, you can live. Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at starting. I must do something about this. Couple of, like, keep getting small slimes spawn on these bookshelves and down here. We're going to start working on a potion lab. Now, I expect this is going to be reasonably complicated because I want to use the new item elevator idea that JL showcased in his 1.3.4 pre-release features video thingy. I will try and remember to link it. But yes, I should demonstrate what that is all about. But the upshot is it's going to mean we can build our potion lab above ground and not have to have a ton of dispensers in a big old room above the lab itself, because we'll be able to hide the dispensers underground and have the ingredients we select delivered up to us. So I am going to put these away and collect some stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, so we're going to decide where the potion lab is going to go, and I am thinking either here, here, or over there. I don't really want to build anything out by the nether tower. The whole idea of that was that, well, they're probably not going to want to build next to that thing, not knowing what it was. So let's have a look at what sort of size we have to work with around here. So it's going to be a struggle to build much of anything on these hills, but I do want to get stuff built on these hills. I don't want to leave them bare. I reckon that what we can do is just flatten this down a little bit and build something on top of here. Probably take it down to this level here. That will give us, I think, a pretty decent surface area. We'll build this bit back up. Yeah, that should give us a pretty decent surface area to work with. And I'm going to need that before I start. Need to do that before I start the project, so I know where to position some stuff. Although we probably won't be building the lab itself, the above ground structure today. So I'm going to go and do a little bit of work and come back to you. Okay, this feels like a reasonably good size. I decided to plot a circle out. It's kind of a circle. Yeah. And I think that's probably what we'll go for. Something like that. Maybe put some stone bricks down like this. Just roughing this out for the moment. Yeah. Okay, so that means that we're looking at let's just fill this in. Okay, so okay, and right, so this is our center point. Right, well, there shouldn't be anything too big down below me, and I only need to go out, let's see, go down to I reckon we can go down to around this level. Actually, having said that, I don't want to go any further down than 12 because of the method I'm going to use to select my potions. So which is going to be, so piston was 1, so I want to go down, well, let's go down 12 from here. It's 89, want to be on 79, 78, 77. Okay. Okay. So let's see how much room we get. So I'm going to hollow this out a bit and come back to you. Okay guys, so I've cleared this space out below the potion lab to house our dispenser arrays, and yeah, this is, oh, hello. Yeah, there's something funky going on with the water in this 1.4.3 pre-release that we're playing on. Yeah, so this is to house our dispenser arrays, and basically, it's been quite difficult to design this, actually, really difficult. Originally, I was going to have these the dispenser arrays arranged vertically, which would have been very space saving, but it would mean they would have to be tileable, and I ran into big issues basically with the way dispensers act as redstone update detectors, and yeah, basically in order to get it, I couldn't get it to work. Basically, I also wanted it to run on a clock, so that basically when you press the button, the clock would activate and it would dispense 10 loads of potion ingredients, so that I could fill all of the things. I'm going to have to do away with that as well, because that was too painful to set up for the amount of benefit that I would get. Anyway, the idea is we're going to have our dispensers. Here we go. We're going to have our dispenser arrays something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the other side as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll have some separation. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's so that basically what we've got there are 4 6 dispenser banks. Now, obviously, some potions only need 5. We'll only need 5 dispensers, so that's 3 for glass bottles, for example. So, say night vision, glass bottles in the first 3, and then golden carrot, netherwort, and a golden carrot, and that'll be good for that. So that'll only need 5, but invisibility, 3 for glass bottles, netherwort, golden carrot, fermented spider eye, so that will need 6. So I'll need to figure out how to best lay out these arrays to be efficient, and then when you press a button upstairs, it will basically send a pulse along redstone that will lay along the top. For example, like that. And so it will pulse that, and it will dispense 1 brewing stand's worth of ingredients, and they will they will shoot into these water streams. Now I'm going to line these with ice, so they'll whiz off really quickly, and they're going to get to this point here. Now I'm going to bring this column with glass down so it's 1 block above. I don't want to do it yet because I don't want to have to rip it. Well, I've got silk touch, so let's just do it. Yeah, I've got glass. Right, so we're going to bring this. Can I get that? Thank you. All the way down. They shortened the reach in this pre-release. It seems like I should be able to get that. So we're going to bring it all the way down like this. And, yes, I'm going to want to get under there. But it's going to end 1 block above this space here. And we're going to have an array of pistons below here, which are going to push up the ice blocks around here first, and then this middle block will get pushed up, which won't be ice, because I want the items to stop on this block, so that'll just be stone. And that'll get pushed up so that it makes a complete column all the way up. Now, in this, there's a new feature in 1.4.3 where, you know, when you lose a block in a transparent block, like a half slab or inside a piece of glass, well, now when a block gets trapped inside a transparent block, it just will continue to rise up until it gets into an air block. So when that gets pushed up, the items will just basically go up the column of glass and come out in the potion room up there. So that's what we're doing. As you can see, I've been laying out water streams so that they all come in pointing here. I've had to cut some stuff away here and add an extra water stream over there just to get it all nicely flowing in the center. So any items dropped into the water should end up on this block. So yes, I'm going to lay out, try and figure out how I'm going to lay out these dispenser arrays, or banks, dispenser banks, and then we're going to, once I've got those kind of figured out, I'll have to look at how to bring the power down from the buttons, and what we're probably going to do is use pistons below the buttons to push columns of blocks down to transmit the power that way. So I will be back. Okay, right. I seem to be finally making some progress on this contraption, which is, yeah, becoming a bit tight and complicated. So let's have a look where we're at. I've laid out 15 banks of 6 dispensers each. I decided just to go with that. So basically, even though there are some recipes that only need 5 dispensers, or would, you know, 3 for glass bottles, nether wart, and then like night vision would have a golden carrot in there, and that would be empty. The thing about Minecraft is it's always changing, so who knows, recipes might change, so obviously if recipes that would require 7 dispensers are added, then yeah, I'll have to expand a little bit on these hidden ones perhaps, but yeah, it gives me a bit more flexibility. Don't know what I'll do if there are more than 15 recipes, which I can't remember how many there are now. I did count it up at one point. I guess I'll just choose the ones that I'm actually going to use. There's some recipes you're not going to use. So I've got these banks for each recipe, and what I'm in the process of doing now is wiring them up to the buttons. Now, if we jump up here, how we're doing that is under each button we have a piston. That piston pushes a column of blocks down. Now it's going to push this block into the way of this repeater, and that's going to allow the signal to come through here and travel down the redstone to power the dispensers. What it also does is, at this point here, because we've got redstone on this block, it's going to power this block, and the signal is going to pass back into this piston, which is going to push the blocks up again to depower the signal. So I'll just have a look at that, if I can get this. So it goes down and then gets pushed back up. So basically, at the moment, what I need to do is wire the buttons, the 5 buttons on this side and on this side and on this side in that sort of fashion to these dispenser arrays. So the 5 on that side are all going that way. The 5 on this side are going to go this way, and the 5 on the far wall, some are going to go over here and some are going to go over here. We're not going to have 5 buttons on this wall because that's where the door will be, and also we're just going to have buttons to single dispensers on that wall for glowstone to extend potions, redstone, glowstone to supercharge potions, redstone to extend them, gunpowder to make them splash. So that's 3 buttons there. Can't remember if there's a 4th modifier. I guess we could have a fermented spider eye, so that we could decide to corrupt potions that we already have, I guess. But yes, it's going to be for me for the next while. Lots of running these. Don't need that there. Lots of running these cable runs around through walls in such a way that they all fit, but also in such a way that we don't connect any of the banks together, any of the dispense banks together. This is turning out to be a very annoyingly tricky project. It's taken me days so far, so just to get to the point where I can start building it. But anyway, I will be back. Okay then. Primary wiring is complete. The fence posts, I replaced those for the blocks, alternating fence and nether fence, simply so that they weren't blocking off large portions of the room, because this was like a wall. And if they're alternating, it means I can just kind of, well, yeah, that doesn't need to be there. I can just, there we go. I can just get through. Yeah, the wiring did turn out to be every bit as, it's not complicated, it's just, yeah, it's complicated. No, it's more that it's very convoluted. Basically. Can I get up top? Whee! I did find that I had made a mistake. Oh, this is just for walking on. That I had to use that there to stop it cutting a wire. I'd made a mistake. I missed out one of the buttons on this side, so I ended up having to bring it round because I didn't. It was that or rip a load out. So I brought it round, wiggled it through, and then used a horizontal piston just there to push this line of blocks across, and it's pretty much it's the same as the vertical system, but it just brings the signal along here without it interfering basically with any other wiring, and then I could bring it down to here. I have lined the waterways with ice, and that's going to be good. Random XP. Oh yeah, I've been kitty murdering. I'm not a nasty person, honest. Right, so the next job is to sort out the delivery system. Right, and what we're going to do is pop out those. And these. And also these. We'll need the corners out as well. Like so. Replace that. Oh, don't want to rip that much out. And we're going to want, let's see how we're doing this. Right, so we'll want redstone along here. Like that. And then we can come along here like this. And then we'll need torch, 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 torch. It doesn't really matter as long as we've got a torch in every space. 2, 3, maybe. Yeah, okay, and then let's see. Can't jump up there, so I went through the block. We're then going to have, there we go, sticky pistons on top of those torches. Like so. And then we're going to have a sticky piston there. We're going to put a torch below that. Now we're going to need some way of getting below there because I'm going to have a major wiring loom down there. And we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do this. Okay, so then what we'll do is I'm going to need a bit more of this. One there. One there. And one there. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is basically when we're ready for the items to get pushed up the chute, as it were, trigger that one to extend the outer ring. That stops the items flying out to the sides. And that one to extend the middle one, which will push them up into the glass, and then they should shoot up ready for collection. So I need to go get some more redstone, and also we need to figure out a way of getting the power down here. Aha! Of course, I've forgotten to hook anything up for our modifiers, which there are 4 modifiers: redstone dust for lengthening, glowstone for increased potency, a fermented spider eye for corrupting the effect, and gunpowder to make it splash. You see, I could have all 4 modifiers, and then our call button here. I'm not sure how we would get in. Maybe we'll get in at the corners, make the corners open of the building. So you've got, well, that's not going to be an entryway obviously, but this is an entryway, that's an entryway, and these 2 are balconies perhaps. Yeah, that's wrong. I think that is what we're going to do. Anyway, I will get on with that and I'll come back to you because I know we're running long. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the delivery system finally. So if we just simulate it down here, so when you press the button up the top, this block gets pushed into this position, and that sets off a signal that does that. I know that's not very easy to see, but unfortunately that is the way of it. So these torches light, and then this middle torch lights. So the outer ring of pistons extend, and then the center one extends. I have the, let's see, where can we go? I have the modifier dispensers in place, and that was just getting far too tight in here. The whole problem with this project has been one of it's the fact that we're in such a thin area. The area is quite constrained. So anyway, that's where they are. Nothing is stocked at the moment, but I think what we can do, should be able to do, is chuck some smooth stone in one of those. Which one did I put it in? Excuse me, had to cough. And then let's see. Let's pick a recipe. So that first button goes down, and that's that one, which goes over that way. So as you can see, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to match my banks up with recipes, because it is I think that it is very convoluted down here. Right, I think this is the recipe we're looking at. So we'll put bottles in 3 of them, and then nether wart, and then we'll just have to pop round here because of this contraption. Carrot, which will be golden carrot, obviously. So that will be a night vision potion. If we can get up somewhere. No. Oh, spider jockey. Bye-bye. Okay. So what we should be able to do is say we want, let me put the water back in. Be right back. So we can go night vision, please. Let's extend it and give it a second. Three bottles, 1 nether wart, 1 non-golden carrot, and that was the smooth stone. So beautiful, it works. It's a monstrosity. The redstone is messier than I've ever made. However, and I'm going to need to spend about 2 hours organising all my potion ingredients and labelling these buttons up. But when it's finished, because all of that is hidden, we can build a nice path over here, and we should be able to do something nice and slimline with the top, and I think that will be pretty awesome. But I'm now going to go and temporarily quit Minecraft for a day, because this has taken me days to design and has been a nightmare. Still, I did actually enjoy doing it. I'm some sort of sick, strange guy. Anyway, yes, I'm going to, don't want to do that. I'm going to play with designs in the grass. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourselves, guys.